watched my boss accept the award for a project I had spent 11 months building from nothing. She stood on that stage in her designer suit, smiling like she had earned it, while I sat in the back row knowing every single line of code, every presentation slide, every late-night sacrifice was mine. That was the moment I decided she would never steal from me again. My name is Rachel, and for 3 years I let my boss Jennifer take credit for my work because I believed hard work would eventually be recognized. I was wrong. But what Jennifer did not know was that I had been documenting everything, and I was about to make sure the entire executive team knew exactly who had been carrying this department. It started on my first day at the tech firm. I was 28 years old, eager to prove myself, and Jennifer seemed like the perfect mentor. She was confident, well-connected, and she promised to guide my career. Within 2 months, I had developed a client retention system that increased our numbers by 34%. Jennifer presented it to the board as her own idea. I told myself it was normal, that she was just representing the team. Then I created an automation tool that saved the company $200,000 annually. Jennifer's name was on the patent application, not mine. When I confronted her privately, she smiled and said, "This is how corporate works, Rachel. You are too junior to present to executives, but do not worry. I will make sure you get recognized eventually." That recognition never came. For 3 years, I built systems, solved problems, and worked 60-hour weeks while Jennifer collected bonuses, promotions, and praise. She would take my project files on Friday and present them as her own on Monday. She would attend my client calls, take notes, then pitch my exact strategies to leadership without mentioning my name once. I watched her buy a luxury car with a bonus I had earned. I watched her get promoted to vice president while I stayed at the same level with cost of living raises. The breaking point came when I developed a predictive analytics model that became the foundation of our entire new product line. It took me 11 months of nights and weekends. I missed family events. I canceled dates. I lived and breathed that project. And Jennifer presented it at the annual company conference as her groundbreaking innovation. She did not even understand how the algorithm worked. I sat in that audience and realized I had a choice. I could keep being a victim, or I could take back everything she stole. That night, I went home and opened the folder I had been building for 18 months. Every email where I sent her completed work, every shared document showing my edit history, every Slack message where she asked me to explain my own projects to her, every time-stamped file showing I was the original creator. I had been documenting everything, not because I planned revenge, but because something inside me knew I would need proof someday. I organized it all into a single presentation. Then I requested a meeting with the chief technology officer. Jennifer had no idea. She thought I was the quiet, loyal employee who would never make waves. The meeting was scheduled for a Tuesday morning. I arrived early and set up my laptop. The CTO walked in, along with the chief operating officer and the head of human resources. I had told them I had critical information about project attribution and intellectual property concerns. Jennifer was invited but told it was a routine review. When she walked in and saw me at the head of the table, her face went pale. I started the presentation. Slide 1 showed the client retention system with my original files dated 8 months before Jennifer's presentation. Slide 2 showed the automation tool with my code repository timestamps. Slide 3 showed email chains. where Jennifer explicitly asked me to create deliverables she later claimed as her own. I went through 3 years of stolen work, project by project, with undeniable evidence. Jennifer tried to interrupt. She said I was being insubordinate, that I was misunderstanding team dynamics, that she had mentored me, and this was how I repaid her. The CTO held up his hand and told her to be quiet. I continued. I showed the analytics model, my 11 months of documented development, and then I played a recording from a team meeting where Jennifer admitted to another manager that she did not fully understand the technical details, but that her team, meaning me, had executed it perfectly. The room was silent. The HR director asked Jennifer directly if she had any evidence of her own contributions to these projects. Jennifer stammered. She said she had provided strategic direction and leadership. I pulled up her calendar. On the days I was working 14-hour shifts building these systems, she had been at networking lunches and spa appointments. The CTO closed his laptop and said we will be conducting a full review of all project attributions in this department. Jennifer was placed on immediate administrative leave. Within 2 weeks, the company launched an internal investigation. Other team members came forward with similar stories. Jennifer had built her entire career on stealing credit from junior employees, and I was not her only victim. She was quietly asked to resign. No severance, no glowing recommendation, nothing. Her LinkedIn profile still lists those accomplishments, but everyone in the industry knows the truth now. I made sure of that. I was promoted to her position within a month. My salary doubled. I was given back credit for every project she stole, and my name was added to the patent applications. The CEO personally apologized to me in a company-wide meeting. But the real victory was not the title or the money. It was the moment I reclaimed my voice. For 3 years I had been silent because I feared rocking the boat. I had convinced myself that staying small was safer than standing up. But the truth is, silence only protects the people who are hurting you. Today, I lead a team of 12 people, and I make sure every single person gets credit for their work. I mentor young women and tell them to document everything, trust their instincts, and never let anyone dim their light for convenience. Jennifer never worked in the industry again. Karma made sure of that. These stories are fictional and created for entertainment purposes only. Any resemblance to real persons or events is purely coincidental.